What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? 2026, 2026. Who would have known this would be the year where things would come true? Who would have known this would be the year where things would come true? But at what cost? So many things are changing now. And we're only at the 22nd of February. I need y'all to think about that. Things are changing. So you gotta be on it, but in a way where where it doesn't seem like you're rushing towards it. For example, I have more debt than I ever have, and yet I'm calmer than I ever have, only because God is telling me, don't try to control what you can't. Control what you can. And he said, enjoy the simple things. Yesterday was 2/2/2/2. I think February 22nd, right? He said, enjoy the small things. I'm at the library charging my phone. He said, enjoy that. Enjoy the walk. And I don't mean this in a fake way. I mean, seriously, enjoy the walk. Before I started walking, I was sweeping. He said, enjoy sweeping. Enjoy cleaning up, because every time you do something new, every time you do something productive, you change your timeline. That's what they don't talk about in the scripture. Timeline changes just to do something different or new, or shifting your normal day. I swept up the leaves. That was different, because there were new leaves. I swept them up. And this is how I knew that I was changing the timeline. A random, what they call YN, a random bum came through and looked at me and was like, can I walk through? Started mumbling stuff. And I was like, you got to go the other way. Because he was trying to disrupt the energy. I'm trying to clean. So he went around. Guess what he did? He broke into an apartment. That energy I would have let through. Sweeping? I said, no, you're not. And God said, don't even bother it. You called last time. Cops did nothing, because the cops work with the negative energy. They need these circumstances to continue. He said, God said, disregard, focus on your art. So I got dressed and I came here. God said, enjoy the time. Enjoy the time talking to the people. Enjoy the time talking to yourself. Enjoy the time reflecting. Quick side note. My sister's getting married soon. She asked me to go. God said, sleep on it, but I don't think you should. I can't make your decision, but I don't think you should. You know why? When you were homeless, when you were almost evicted, when you couldn't pay your art bills, couldn't pay your bills, couldn't pay for food, when your lights were off, when your gas was off, who was there? Who was there? But now she wants you there with her decision, with her life, with her lifestyle. If you go, enjoy it, but don't get mad when you can't get your energy back. It's about reserving your energy. That's what this time is about. If you're creative, if you're chosen, reserve your energy for your blessing. Because her blessing is marriage, which she is getting. I had a friend that was infertile. She asked God for a child and got one, a miracle baby. God said that was her blessing. Where did she pull up? My crib. God said, because your blessing is still being birthed and they're curious to see what it is. Her blessing was a child. God gave it to her. My sister's blessing was a marriage. God gave it to her. My blessing was ... question mark, question mark, mystery. They want to see. God said, you will see by yourself and don't do anything. God said the only way you should go to your sister's marriage is she pays for you to get there and back, and food and lodging. You basically, it's a free ride. Otherwise, stay home. You know, it's weird how God works, because he gives us circumstances to test us. God gives us, oh, the sun is out today. God gives us circumstances to test our self-worth, to see if we're actually on the right path. Yesterday, I was hanging with a friend. We were smoking, and the weed did not work, nor did I feel warning. And God said, you're evolving. You have no desires or no intent. No desires or no intent to even do anything. You actually wanted to leave. And guess what happened when I wanted her to leave? She suddenly got sleepy. He said, because your energy is being diverted back to you. That's what happens when you allow your energy to come back to you. That's the only way for the world to want to give you the energy and attention back, is when you take it back. For those that are in 2026 and still having struggles and trials, take it day by day. Take it day by day and keep your circle small. If anything, don't have a circle. Because it's very rare to even have a real friend on planet Earth, yet alone have a chosen friend on planet Earth. Chosens have it hard enough. We got to get to a point where we understand the cost of what we're even doing. Let me tell you how real this is. I went to the plug house, right? Mind you, these dudes are so paranoid. They be thinking that the cops is always after them, right? I don't know these men. I just know them by drugs. I don't even know their names. I know nothing. They don't even know my name. Whole time they thought I was a op. Really? With these clothes on, with all this art. Anyways, they let me in the bando. First time. I've been around this area for 4 years. Not once did the drug boys let me in the bando. God said, because your energy is turned up and they want your energy to convert into drug funds. That's how big your energy is right now. They let you in the bando. Why? They didn't even ask you why. They didn't even clarify on why. They said, come in. As if there was gonna be like a drug bust or something like that. I said, so I went in there. I was actually apprehensive. He gives me the drugs. And then he lets his homegirl in. I say hi to her. She goes in there. And they shut the door. What's so weird is that they let me in unapprehensively. Give me the drug apprehensively. And then let me out apprehensively. God said they're trying to play. You know, this is where I start to understand that the spiritual world is real. And there's no actual way to break it down, because if you know or understand it, you understand it. And if you don't, you don't. But there's so many weird things happening. So many weird things happening on Earth right now, because, they got monitoring spirits. You got people out here really sent to specifically alter your reality, sent by higher people out to maneuver your reality, alter your reality based on a potential, not even a reality. That just shows you how powerful you are. It just shows you how powerful you are. This is where we're at right now. We're at a point where things won't make sense anymore. The plug let me in the bando. Things won't make sense anymore. I went to smoke with the young lady yesterday, and the entry of her apartment complex was a big ass tree that just broke down out of nowhere. Was it the wind? Who knows? I'm gonna show y'all it when I get back, because it doesn't make sense. But God said these are all signs and symbology. He said, "Did a tree fall in your neighborhood?" I said, "No." He said, "Why here?" He said, "Because this environment right here produces dead fruit." It broke the whole tree down. It looked like, when they say God threw the lightning bolt, that's what it looked like. It messed up the whole power line, everything. I'm at a point right now where I'm understanding that the spiritual world is realer than the real world. There's a point in my life where I started to question certain things, you know what I'm saying? Certain things start making sense. And I said to myself, I will only be judged for what I do, because part of me knows I'm right. It's just that the world will alter your intuitional power. It starts to make you think that you're just bugging. No, listen, I'm not bugging. And it's unfortunate that just because you believe in God, you have to live a lesser life. Just because you believe in the true Almighty Adonai, Yeshua God, you have to live a lesser life. Because Satan is an evil God that is insecure and disrespectful. So he can't just allow other personalities or other alternative thoughts to thrive. They say you can only serve one God. You can only serve one God. And they were serious when they said that. If you serve the other God, if you are anti-Satan, that means you will not live a wealthy life on planet Earth, because this is Satan's domain. But if you are of God, you will live an eternal, most glorious afterlife. You can bring your heaven here if you want to. A homegirl came to the crib with a baby. God said, things are changing. Your future is going to be births soon. Your future is going to be birthed soon. She just birthed a baby. She didn't just make a baby. I want you to understand that. She wasn't supposed to have children. The guy made a joke, which is very, what's the word? Insensitive, which is very insensitive. Because he said, I bet you can't have no children, and made a joke about her not having children or not having the ability to produce children. And she said, I bet you I can. Spoke to God and said, make me have children. Like, make me let others see your glory. And guess what? She got pregnant. It's the most chillest baby ever because it's a miracle baby. Not only did she have a child, she get the chill child. I met the child too. She brought the child. And I'm looking at the baby like, why you bring the baby here for? And I know for sure it ain't mine. So she was like, well, I want you to see the baby. And God also told me in that moment, he said, you see, that's why decisions are so important and what you settle for. Because she really wanted me to be a father figure because I have the energy for that she desires. But at the same time, I know she's not for me. Someone can be for you the way they want you to be for them, but you might not be for them. Like, I don't want her for me, but she wants me for her. I need to meet someone on my level that I can. Great woman though. But anywho, she had a baby. So I'm thinking in my head, why isn't the baby near the father? So she asked me for a few dollars the other day. And I said, why isn't she asking the baby father for the money? And God said, do you see? This is why you need to thrive alone. Because people won't say the obvious. You have better qualities than the father. And yet he's asking you for stuff, advice, to confide in, to express your emotions. You have to understand that you have the power to alter realities, to make people want to alter their own reality. And when in that moment, God said, you need to bear life elsewhere. You need to put this energy in her and another woman. Let me show you your power somewhere else. And every day is different. Every day is him teaching me that more and more. So I can be the man he wants me to be. He sees a better version, not in the hood, not with these clothes on. No offense to either, but I know there's more. And that he's showing me through other people. She birthed a baby that couldn't be birthed. My sister never thought she could get married. She got married. It's just a matter of time and patience. And did you work for it? I can't wait till my life changes. I can't wait till my life changes. But in the meantime, I'm genuinely, genuinely happy for the ride. I'm genuinely joyful for the experience because I really do enjoy life. I just don't like people. You know what I'm saying? I like trees, I like animals, I like water, I like air, I like fire, I like earth, I like architecture, I like art, I like food, I like, travel, I like taking trails, I like talking, even to myself. These are things that, you have to consider. These are things you have to consider. Hold on. These are things you have to consider. And I can only hope that, we get to a place where we can understand that, because life is beautiful when you take time to understand what it can do. And if you appreciate it, and then the baby things, the small things, every day count. It's little by little, day by day. And once we understand that, we don't even have to actually produce as much as we want to, because your appreciation for life will show for itself. Small things count just like the big things. Small things count just like the big things. We have to understand that. All right. Talk to you soon.